Hello, it's FNAF Dinos, and today we're gonna be ranking plushies based on how helpful they are to the bootleg resistance. I guess we're gonna get right into it. So this guy is bottom tier, and he's the very last. He's least helpful to the bootleg resistance because he does nothing. He just watches. That's all he does. He just watches. So he sucks. He just sucks. He does nothing. All he does is walk around and watches people. So yeah, he sucks. Okay, let's move on to the next person. Okay, the next up is Dreadbear. Yeah, I feel bad to put this guy here, but all he does is sleeps. I mean, it's okay to sleep, but you gotta do something. So he does nothing. He prefers to sleep than to help out with anything. So yeah, sorry Dreadbear, but he's gotta be helpful. Okay, next up is Baldi from Baldi's Basics. So Baldi doesn't do anything. Matter of fact, he complains and yells at everybody because they don't know. People don't do math. No one likes to do math, so he complains about everyone. So he's kind of a jerk. Yeah, you're a jerk, Baldi. Okay, and right next after him is the child because he annoys everyone and he like slows things down because he's so annoying, and he also Baldi don't like him, which we kind of understand there. But yeah, the child kind of gets on people's nerves. And then um nah, you're after. Next up we got Toy Freddy. So Toy Freddy, he kind of helps. Like tried to help during Murderous Christmas Tree, but it's kind of like Baldi, and he complains about everything. And yeah, he's kind of mean sometimes. He's kind of rude. So and he prefers to hit people with a switch than to actually high five them. So sorry, Toy Freddy, but and then now we got the Cupcake because he kind of gives out creepy vibes. He kind of just a weird person. Just looks at people, and the only time he helped was to help Bonnie from his malfunction. That's the only time he helped. Otherwise, he just kind of stares. But I guess we can move on to the next set, which we're now starting to get into the people who are starting to help more. Okay, moving on. Next, we got Glitch Foxy. And he kind of gets mad at people for calling him ugly, which you are ugly. Just face it. You are ugly. But yeah, he kind of gets he doesn't really do much. Actually, let's get his entire group out of the way. We got Nightclub Gummery, Abyss Freddy, Laura, and Laser Tag Chica. These guys haven't done much. Yeah, and let's get Tommy in here. Yeah, these guys haven't done much, but yeah, they haven't done much. Now we're moving on to the next few. We got Slime Foxy. He ranks higher than all of these because he actually does try to he tries to be peaceful everybody, so that's good behavior. And then right next in would be Vanny. And now Vanny does kind of like in her episode, which haven't been made yet, but in her episode like Vanny Problem, she is gonna cause a problem for everybody, but it gets resolved. She joins the bootleg resistance, and she kinda, and of course she'll be unlike all of these guys that are behind her, she's a good fighter. She's gonna be a good fighter for in the war of the bootlegs. So the only thing that makes her rank above these guys is because she'll be a good fighter. With Slime Foxy, he's not really much of a fighter, so that's what ranks her above. Then we got the Snowman, which he ranks here because he kind of doesn't do much. He kind of just stands around and like he just I don't know. He's just average. Like we're in the average section where the people who don't do much, but they're still willing to do something. Unlike these people in the back, he's willing to do something, but he prefers not to. But Yeah, well now I think we're starting to get onto the people that are more helpful. Next we have Santa. He only joined because he agreed to join the Tech Bootlegs. He ranks this higher because he was willing to join, even though it's almost Christmas time. He's still willing to he's just gonna have to leave everybody for Christmas Day, but he's willing to come and um help out. So he ranks this high. I think he deserves it. Next we got the hottest. He ranks here because he don't show up much. He kind of I mean he's around, but he kind of just don't. He doesn't show up much, but he does appear every once in a while. I'll rank him here because he does got good intentions for the war. Then next we got Nightmare Foxy, and he's here because he don't really do much. I mean, not do much as a character, and he ranks here because he is not going to be doing much in the war. But honestly, I could move him further back. So I could put him back here just because of because of what's gonna happen with him between him and Yuri. I would probably put I know it just because of what's gonna happen in the future. I set him over here. He's between Tommy and Slime Foxy, which is kind of hard to tell that the hottest is next. So I'm just gonna put like that. Move everyone here. We'll make space for the hottest. Okay, so next we will have Chocolate Bonnie. I love this guy so much, but it's sad to put him in the like the middle section, but it doesn't help that much. But everyone loves having him around. Everyone loves Chocolate Bonnie, and if there's anyone who doesn't, they're gonna get hurt because Chocolate Bonnie, and he's just too good. You can't have a whole war without a guy like him. So he ranks there. Next, we got Freddy Frostbear. Not exactly the same reasons Chocolate Bonnie, but he is gonna help out, and he's kind of an OG because he's been with Freddy when this group was a lot smaller. So for him to be with the group for it being so small, when the group was like at 8 plushies, 8-member count, that's why he ranks this high, just because of that. Next, we got Helpy, who is tied with Springtrap. Helpy kind of, he didn't do much, but he will do something if told. Springtrap, he kind of give up some life, so but he kind of just goes around on checking everything, making sure everything goes good, and kind of stays up late to make sure nothing is going wrong. So yeah, they're tied. Okay, now we gotta be into the more helpful people. Okay, now we're moving on to a more higher middle tier, and next we have Mr. Cranberry. He ranks higher because he tells stories and people actually enjoy them. So he's kind of like entertainment, kind of similar to Chocolate Bonnie, except that he's more focused on entertainment than Chocolate Bonnie. So yeah. So people need entertainment while waiting around for the war, because it probably is not going to happen until early January. So they're going to need people to entertain everyone. Next we got Jackal Bonnie. He's kind of just loyal to like maybe Freddy something. He's kind of loyal to Dreadbear in a way, or he's loyal enough where he would do once told. Like he would wait around for orders. Actually, I put him a little bit higher and put Grim Foxy beneath him because Grim Foxy don't do much, but he's a warrior, but he just haven't been shown it yet because he got his hook. He's gonna be a warrior, but he hasn't shown it yet because, well, the war that's when he's gonna shine. But he ranks higher just for the war. Then we got Ennard, just because he's an OG. Because he's literally one of the people that originally left with Freddy. So just for something way back in the past, he gets this ranking. Next we got Bonnie, and he's only high because he's an OG and he would be kind of loyal or something, but he's kind of, because of his Alabama state, which only activates when he gets hit in the head. And thanks to the video body's malfunction, that he's not always like the Alabama state. So, and that's also because of that video, someone else gets higher ranking. You will see them when we get to them. Now, moving on to the last person before we get to the top tier, we got Captain Foxy. He ranks this highest because he is going to introduce more people to help in the war, and he is going to have a ship which is going to fire cannons at the bootlegs. So he has a ship that's quite useful. So because of his ship and him adding a couple other characters, he ranks this highest. Even though he's not officially part of the bootleg resistance right now, he's just an outsider that's being communicated by a Foxy. But yeah, so now we're on to the top tier. We got Puppet. So she's an OG. That's why she gets already automatically a high ranking. And she is important though, because she remembers a lot of things, and even though you haven't seen it maybe like off camera, she is probably comforting everybody, making sure everybody's just having a good time. So it's like Mr. Cranberry the Entertainer. She's actually just making sure, doing routine checks. And I think that's all. Then above her would be Yuri, which she kind of even though this don't go for everybody, only goes for Puppet. She did try to help Puppet to reveal everyone her true identity. That she's a she and not a he that everyone thought. So Yuri helped her, so that's why Yuri's higher. And then we got Ink Bendy, which in the episode Chocolate Bonnie and Ink Bendy finds baby Luigi, Ink Bendy is being loyal for Golden Freddy to go out looking for resources, but in Nightmare Freddy Returns he also goes out looking for resources. But in both episodes he gets attacked. Oh man, poor Ink Bendy. I mean, he's trying to be loyal to Golden Freddy, go out looking for resources, but he always gets beat up or something. So poor Ink Bendy. Also, when he finds out that his son has a girlfriend, man, I wonder what that's gonna be like. And Alice Angel and Bendy and Ink Bendy gets, oh man, that's gonna be an insane thing to happen. But moving on, next we got Jacko Chica. So like when I was saying about Bonnie, about his malfunction, that certain someone, well, that certain someone is Jacko Chica, because she helped Foxy repair Bonnie, even though it didn't stay permanent and he still got that Alabama state. But she did help Foxy on it, and she might become a scientist or like some kind of knowledgeable person in the future. But so far she's been good. She's been helping Foxy, been helping around. And yeah, so moves will be Spring Bonnie, and he could be ranked lower because of what he did to a few of these people in Hide and Seek 6, where he literally threw them in the pit and like said if no one wins, if he couldn't find anyone, that he would probably kill everyone. But they all agreed to it. So if they all died, they agreed to it. But Spring Bonnie, he promised that he was gonna help out everyone when the time is right, if they win Hide and Seek 6, which he did kind of help out a little, but he's not going to really help out until Attack with the Bootlegs Reaping, when everyone has to try to gather. That's when he's going to come useful, is when he's going to help Freddy locate people. So, yeah. I mean, he could be knocked lower for what happened in Hide and Seek 6, but then again, Freddy did agree to it. Or was it Freddy? I think it was Freddy who agreed to it. Okay, moving on, we got Foxy, because he's amazing. He's kind of he's staying in touch with Captain Foxy, so that way Captain Foxy can deliver a couple more people and have the ship. So Foxy helping Captain Foxy find his way automatically bumps him up to the same place as Captain Foxy. But what makes him higher is he's an OG. So those two reasons put him up this high. Next, we got Freddy. For obvious reasons, it's Freddy. This is his war, even though he's not the leader, even though he thinks he is. But we will meet the leader very soon. So yeah, okay. Moving on to next, we got Nightmare Freddy. He's the oldest I mean, not the oldest, because he's like, I had him longer than everyone here, so that automatically puts him up in the top 5. But what makes him in second place is that he's able to lend some information about the bootlegs, because he was with the bootlegs for a long time. I mean, like, before they became bad. Like, he only left as soon as they started to get bad, so that's the only reason he's here. And then, of course, first place, Golden Freddy, which he's the leader. I'm just gonna end the video here, because I don't really need to say anything on Golden Freddy, except that he's the leader. So, sorry Freddy, but you're not the leader. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and a video about Vanny's coming out soon, about her episode is gonna come out soon, but as of right now, that's it. So, goodbye.